Hey everybody, I've had this one for a little while. This is the Wanwu Reactive Armor Shield Slider, I believe. Not to be confused with just the slightly larger, slightly different Wanwu Bulletproof Shield Slider. This is a little bit smaller, and like I said, I've had it for a while. And I was looking through my old videos, and I just didn't see that I covered it anywhere. I didn't even cover it in any comparison videos where I don't know, talked about low impact haptics or carbon fiber, how this isn't carbon fiber, but I didn't cover it very much before. And I didn't really care for it at first. It's curved, and that's the only curved slider that I have. And when I got it, I didn't know what to expect. I think the first thing I was disappointed in was that I don't know, I'm a little OCD, and when you hold this up to the light, which I can't do, I could have brought a light to shine under this to show you. These the two arcs, this convex arc and this concave arc, they're not the same. They don't line up. This one's when they do come together, there's a slight gap in there, and I just kind of figured that they were, flush with each other. Maybe that design didn't work out and they went with this instead. Either way, it works. Another thing that bothered me a little bit about it aesthetically was the fact that this back piece is probably about 1 millimeter smaller in both directions, 1 or 2 millimeters smaller than the front. The front is not really where I would hold and use this from. I think most of the time I've seen people use it, it's from this orientation. At first, I didn't find it as easy to do tricks or ladder with as I did with sliders that had a flat surface, and I think that kind of turned me off a little bit too. But I don't know what it is. I saw something. There is something I like about the overall shape and feel, and this is a nice back piece. This is a good place to land your thumb. I took it with me to work today, and honestly, in the time that I've had it, and I've had it for nearly a year now, I haven't given it a lot of time. I gave it that initial brush off, and well, I don't like it. But I keep everything. I don't get rid of anything. If something is so bad, fidget-wise, haptic-wise, that it's that bad, I end up giving it away. You'll never see it. It won't see the light of day on this channel. It's just not worth covering. But this, I still felt I liked it. I mean, it is a $65. It's still the same price it was when I bought it, I believe. It came from Mar.10, and I'll throw a link in the comments there. But don't count on that. And you can find it in other places. You might find it cheaper than that at one of the other stores. I'm not endorsing Mar.10 in any way, shape, or form. In my opinion, all the sellers on AliExpress are a bit shady, and you're taking your chances, so you've got to pay attention to the product photos and be prepared to file a dispute if necessary. But on the bright side, I carried this around with me today, and I found a new love for it. It just for this simple action, without even doing tricks, it fits in your hand so nice, and it pops down so nice. And I've been using some of the other ones with the flat surfaces, and there's a bit more friction there, and there's less friction with this, and I can sort of see the appeal to it now. Plus, this back and forth with the arc is a little bit pleasing. I noticed that when it is in its open position, that is when these arcs line up, just here and here, right over the magnets. You can't get light to shine through there. That's a nice contact point. But like I said, when they're together, there is that gap here in the middle, and I'd put it at about just under 1 millimeter of a gap. But yeah, my opinion's changed on this. So, like I said, right now I just checked. I looked on Mar.10. They had it in Zirc and stainless. Zirc was around 90. Stainless was around 65. And like I said, this is the Reactive armor shield slider, and not to be confused with the larger Wanwu bulletproof shield slider. And when I say larger, I mean it's only larger in about 2 millimeters in both directions. But let's go ahead and do the usuals and see what size this is. I've got 40 millimeters on the nose, just under 24 millimeters there. Thickness, we're right at 8. That was the overall length and width of this larger outside piece. The inside piece is a tad bit smaller, so let's measure that. I've got about 30, just under 39, and right at 22. So there's your size. Let's go ahead and do weight. "48 grams. So I went from saying no, I wouldn't recommend this, to yes, I would. I do think the price of $65 for stainless, I kind of think that's a little steep for this. But if that's the best price you can find, then I think it's worth it. If I recall correctly, this did come with 2 pieces of Teflon tape, which I don't use, and I believe it came with extra magnets. But that stuff's all put away, and it's been a while since I got it. I am pretty sure about that, though. So there you go. That's all I have to say about that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.